Good morning. Today I would like to talk about love. How unusual. Yes, love is what holds any relationship together, be it a mother-son relationship or a friendship or S-type and C-type relationship. Love is the bond. Love is the connection. And love has different forms, like you know, of course. What we're talking about today is love between a loyal servant and a loving owner. If there is no love, it cannot last. More than a few days of a play that anybody would get bored of after repeating all the patterns, it will wear out. The freshness would not be there anymore, and both parties would lose interest. And if you don't believe me, try it for yourself. This is how it works. If there is no love, whatever seems the most exciting thing to you in the world to do with a C-type woman will wear out in no time. There must be something else. We've talked about 3 levels of connection. Yes, that is what makes the picture complete. If you connect on a spiritual level, on a mental level, and on a physical level, it is beautiful. The physical, however, is easy. With the S-type and C-type people, and by saying C-type people, I mean anybody who chooses to be the C-type. They're not born C-type. They might have more of something in their blood and in their genes than anybody else, but it is their choice of what position they will take in life and in the relationship. I might have chosen a different way, and I have. In a few past relationships, I have been the S-type partner. Very miserable and unhappy, but this was my role. And what if I stayed? What if I made 2 kids and a family with that person? I would have continued to suffer all my life, staying with the C-type man and not being happy. But staying and not getting divorced because of the kids or something like that. You know, we find ourselves in situations where we think we have no choice because we are holding up the ceiling, and if we remove our little paws from the ceiling, it will fall, collapse. We don't see the walls. We don't see that the world does not actually depend on us, and that we will harm a lot of people by stepping back, by doing what we want to do. But it's not true. People are one, and there's always harmony developing. If one person steps back, the other comes in and creates the new pattern. Okay, this is not about divorce, however, because why would I talk about that? I don't know what it's like. Love. Yes. Love. How do we make love? And by making love, I'm not saying what do we do in bad. Make love, create love between 2 people. Is trust something that you can base love on? Or is there chemistry? Is there something in the smell or behavior of that person that makes you tick, that makes you love them, that makes you feel something special for them, that makes you get all these illusions that they are indeed the most beautiful person in the world, the kindest, the most interesting, and somebody whom you miss? What happens? Where is that secret potion? I'll tell you the Lena version of it. Of course you can prove me wrong, and I'm not looking for arguments here. I am just telling you what I think on this subject, and what I think is Lena truth today, and it might change tomorrow or in a few days. What do I believe about trust? Trust is something that we choose again. So everything is in your mind. If you choose to trust me, you do trust me. That is your personal choice. If you choose not to trust me and doubt every single one of my actions, you do not trust me. If there is a single trace of doubt in you, it's very hard to overcome it. It might have been a habit of doubting everything. and you can find things to doubt in every person. Yes, you can say, but you did this, and you might have done that, and everybody else does this, so why wouldn't you? And you look like the girl who would do this. Possible. It is your choice. No matter what I say or do, you will not trust me if you have decided to doubt me. So trust is something that happens here, not depending on the other person's actions. There are people who forgive, and I do, every time. Why? Because that is my personal choice. I don't want to have mistrust in my life, and I trust everybody. If you ask me for my real name, my passport number, or my phone number, I will give it to you, because I know and I am sure that you will not harm me. I expect the best from you. Not expect. I know that you will do what you will do according to the law of attraction, because if I attract trust and good actions, this is what I get from you as well. So my choice, personal choice, is to trust everybody. And yes, I know it is dangerous, and I know it is probably not what one should do. We should be very careful with this and cautious in life. But hey, what can you do? Lena chooses to trust. Lena trusts. I've never had trust problems with anybody. I don't doubt people. No matter how suspicious they might be, how suspicious their actions might be, and how much proof goes against their purity. If I meet their ex-girlfriend and they say, well, they've cheated on me 10 times, how can you trust that man? I can trust him, because if I trust him, he will not do that. And if he will do that, I will forgive him, because I've chosen to trust him. Okay? So trust is part of love, and trust is what you base your love on. And some people find it very hard to trust anybody and anything, and doubt is the worst attitude you can show to anybody. It closes people off. What do you get back? You get back exactly what you ask for. Trouble, cheating, lying. Why? If I call you a cheater repeatedly, say, no, you can't do that, no, you can't do this, no, you're not allowed to do that, because I don't trust you. If I show you that with my words and my actions, you will do exactly what I expect of you. Try it. People who doubt the most get cheated the most and get into trouble the most. Why? Because they attract these bad things to themselves. We don't want to do that. But how can we trust somebody on the internet? How can we trust somebody we don't know? Or how can you trust somebody in real life? How can you trust somebody you do know? Who says that the girl on the internet, who you never met, will lie to you, and your friend will not? There's the same chance. Depending on the circumstances, there is the same chance of being cheated and of being lied to. So, your personal choice, trust or not. But let me remind you that without trust, you dig yourself a grave, you bring stress to yourself, and you bring trouble. The more mistrusting you are, the more trouble in your life. The more you doubt people. People who get robbed are the people who are most careful, who hide their cell phone under the pillow when they go outside, just in case if someone manages to run into the house and see if there's anything lying around and snitch it. Snitch, and take it. And those people get robbed somewhere down the track, and they say, see, told you, you should be careful. Why does it always happen to them? Why do people like Lena, who leave their cell phone in the restaurant on the table while they go to the toilet, come back and it's still there? Because there is the aura of trust. There is the atmosphere that that does not attract, that protects you from the negativity, from provoking these emotions in other people, these actions. I've seen many times in life that you attract what you are afraid of the most, what you are paranoid about, and what you really don't want to happen to you happens to you exactly the way you have imagined it in your worst nightmares. Your laptop with all the work on it getting stolen. Your cell phone with all the numbers, and you know that you should hide it really well and keep it in your bag and zip up the bag, gets lost, gets stolen. Why? Because by not wanting it, you are thinking about it, you are imagining it, the worst scenarios, and they happen. If you imagine the good scenarios and do not cling to the negativity in your life, negativity does not happen. Am I talking about love still? Yes, I am talking about love. So this is what it is. If you are saying that nobody can love me because I do not deserve love, because of this, this, and this, and I don't want it because it will end, and I don't want it because it will hurt, and probably hurt another person, and so on. If you have all the excuses for repulsing it, it will never come. Yet, as human beings, we need love in our life. We feed on love. We feel better when we're loved and when we love ourselves. It is something that must flow openly. And with all the wounds from the past, it will not flow unless you let go of the past. You let go of what has happened and see that what will happen will be different for sure. Endless, unconditional love will flow from you to other people, be it romantic love or be it love for human beings. Love and trust. Do not repeat the same old pattern. If you don't want it to happen to you, do not imagine it. Do not be afraid of it. Leave it right there. If you had something happen to you in the past, before, if it is an accident, do not be careful of the next accident. If you had a bad experience with a woman and you got hurt and she got hurt and you didn't want to see her hurt, do not be afraid of it. Dive into the new dynamic, into the new future, into the new pattern without holding on to the past, because once you let go of the past, you let go of your old pattern. Why the same scenarios, the same little stories happen to the same people? Why do our friends tell us, this boy cheated on me, and the next boy cheated on me too, and the next boy, yes, he cheated on me, he was actually married, and this one, I really doubt him, because I think he's exactly like the previous 3 or 4, because men are just like that. And guess what? Next thing, told you, he's like that, he cheated on me again. Why? Because we attract this same pattern, because this is what we are afraid of. This is what we imagine and what we attract. I don't know how, but on some subconscious level, when we think about it, we suck it into ourselves. We find it. We will find any person. He might have never cheated on anybody before, but we will make him into the person he should be according to your own pattern. Let go of the past is the advice. Only then you can release the unconditional love from your core, from your heart. There's no reason to be afraid of it. And People like Lena, I do it. When I meet people, when I meet animals, doesn't matter who. This is always open. It's always flowing. Doesn't matter who the person in front of me is. Yet, there's a lot of resistance. Resistance in other people. They cannot accept it. They cannot be open to it. When they see it flow, they close off. They're scared. They block it. Even animals sometimes, but with animals it's different. You know, have you seen street dogs and you go, come on puppy, and I'm doing it with all my love, come on, come here, I'll pat you on the head, and he puts his tail between the legs and runs away because he's afraid that I will hurt him, just like other people did. And you think, wow, silly. All I wanted to do is pat him on the head because he's so cute. I'm not gonna kick him. Yet, the habit is still there. And if you see it in dogs, you see it in people. And that's really sad. We can't shut ourselves from our human nature, from what is supposed to happen in life. No matter what has happened in the past, what is supposed to happen from this moment on is a flow of unconditional love for everybody, and the receptors being open, your heart being open to receive that love back from everybody as well. Easy to say. How do you do that? Go through your past experiences and say to yourself, it will never happen again. I have to let go of it in order to be open and let it flow. And it will flow day by day, increasing. You will feel that suddenly you see people as being more beautiful, more cute, more kind, and you want to genuinely be interested in them. You feel compassion, you feel their pain, you feel their joy. It is a beautiful feeling that human beings feed on. We need love in our life. We have to let go of fear. Where there is no fear, there is love. If there is a little bit of fear, and by fear I mean being cautious, being too careful, pushing away, rejecting, because this and that might happen. Because sometimes it happens, and sometimes it happened in the past. Now, this is getting somewhere different now from where it should be getting. What else do we need in order to achieve this feeling of love? It is definitely psychological. There's the physical aspect too, but mostly it's emotional. If you analyze all the people that you've loved in your life or felt attracted to, there's nothing in common between them. Are they super beautiful? Probably not. Yes, some were, some were not. Are they blondes, brunettes, tall, slim? Okay, well you can be attracted to a certain type, but most likely people you have loved looked all different and smelled all different and had different behavior patterns. So it is all in here and in here. Once this is open, this opens up too. You see different possibilities because you are not afraid. You don't build yourself a wall of fear. Circumstances, living in different countries, being of different cultural backgrounds, different religion, you say no, because it is fear of facing problems later. But all the problems can be overcome. You can overcome all problems if there is a free flow of unconditional love. Doesn't matter how old you are. Doesn't matter what country you are in. This unconditional love has enormous power to overcome anything on its way. Disease, anything you can think of. And it gives you strength, it gives you a charge of energy, it gives you this drive to make anything in your life possible. Why would you stay away from it? Why would you not want that in your life? What can be more important? And if you think that it is important, then you have to open up. With your current partner, with somebody who might like you, and you just feel this wall between you, perhaps. But unless you break the wall, it can never flow. And if that can never flow, there is no balance in you. You will always lack something. Lack of energy, lack of self-love, lack of self-respect perhaps, thinking that you're not worth it, thinking that you don't deserve it, thinking that it's not the right time, all excuses, all part of the wall. We are human beings and we should be able to get over things really quickly. And one of the most important letting go aspect is letting go of your past. And it's the most difficult one too. What do you have in the past that caused you pain? Let go of it. It will never happen again. In the future, you will have painful moments too, but not like the ones in the past, because you get stronger with every time, and you can never predict what will happen, and history never repeats in exactly the same way. Let go of it, don't be afraid of it, and face the future with an open heart, and it will bring happiness, bring love into your life, and bring a lot of pleasure. 22 minutes, huh? Okay. And never say no to me. And eat an apple a day, or fruit. And try to stay away from milk and milk products, and soda drinks, and alcohol, and animal products, and anything with sugar, and white rice, and so on. You can read the no list on the forum. Good luck.